Okay, hello everyone and welcome to episode 1 of my F1 2020 IndyCar Points Championship. For race 1 I will be racing as Checo Perez. Now time for qualifying. I did make post-race commentary for this video, but I cannot for the life of me find the footage, and I can't be asked to redo it, so I'm doing text-to-speech instead. Perez gives me a good chance of a top 6 today, so that'll be the aim, as well as beating my teammate Lance. I did a banker lap before this one on the mediums. It was okay enough to put me between Leclerc and the back markers, but this is my first proper lap. It was good enough for P5, but I know I can do better. I improved my time, but not my position unfortunately. I will start 6th behind both Red Bulls, both Mercedes and Ricciardo.
After a fantastic qualifying yesterday, it's finally time for the race here at one of the most exciting circuits on the Formula One calendar. Welcome to Suzuka for the Japanese Grand Prix. We're southwest of the city of Nagoya today at the unique figure-of-8 Suzuka circuit. 3.6 miles and 18 corners make up a lap here, with average speeds approaching 136 miles per hour. DRS will be available, of course, into the potential passing opportunity at turn 1, although the best place for overtaking will be through 130R and into the final chicane. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here today. But I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
But from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as you anticipate the rundown into turn 1. It's all a bit like going into battle, and the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you, so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Bottas, Albon, Daniel Ricciardo, and Perez, Stroll, Gasly, Ocon, and Carlos Sainz, Vettel, Kvyat, Lando Norris, and Leclerc, Magnussen, Grosjean, Kimi Raikkonen, and Antonio Giovinazzi, Russell, and Nicholas Latifi. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
Okay, race time. The strategy I'm gonna go for is soft to medium, as I think most of the I will do soft hards, so hopefully I can get an extra position or two. I get a decent launch jumping Ricciardo for P5, but how good was Albon's start ahead of me? Wow. Maybe if he did some of that in real life, he would still have a seat, ha 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 ha. Fast forward to the start of lap 4, and with the help of DRS Terry Bottas goes down in the inside of his championship rival as expander mid-bomb. And a replay of Bottas moving up to P2. On the same lap, Hamilton tries a move on Albon through 130R. They go side by side until the chicane, and that is where I see my chance. Couple laps later, I get a reality check as Hamilton demoted me back to P4. Fuck off, Alex. Pit stop time. Lance pits one lap after me and gets close to overcutting Ricciardo. But fear not, Strollhive. Lance makes the move for P6 on the very next lap. There's a yellow flag. Bottas's engine has expired. After 20 laps of sitting behind me, Albon suddenly remembers he drives a Red Bull. Sadly, my tires are done, or I would have fought back harder. Verstappen wins the race ahead of Hamilton in P2 and Albon in P3.
Victory for the team from Milton Keynes then, after a quality performance. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I think a large part of the result comes down to temperament. They were able to keep their heads when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car, to maximise the strategy, and to stay out of trouble.
Red Bull put up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sport that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win.
Taking a look at the standings after the first race, Max leads the Drivers' Championship as Honda lead the Manufacturer Championship. Well, that is all for today. I hope you enjoyed the first episode of this new series. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Goodbye.